Audio on, video on, action. Alright, before we move on to this segment, I am going to show you how to assemble my podcast and on Final Cut. So what I'm doing is cutting up my segments that I just recorded on my podcast on the great Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Money Bankrupt Weather. Yeah, so you'll know what's going on with that. So what I'm gonna do is just let's go double it first, just like that to that side right now, and then we'll go to, hold on a second. Alright, so we'll just leave that there for a second. And let's just duplicate the project. Simply because we'll have the main one, which is right here. And we'll just duplicate because we are going to start from scratch. So we'll just eliminate, oops, and just delete that. Alright. And we will take the footage that I just recorded with Manny Pacquiao 1 and 2, bring it down to the timeline right here, let that sync up. Alright, so it's a 47-minute podcast reaction to Max Kellerman talking about the inside ring with Max Kellerman, and they're talking about Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, how he pretty much screwed him from the second part 2 of the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather bout. Got my light here. There we go. There we go. Now I got my light. And so what we're going to do is just let me sync out the 2 videos that I just recorded. So there's them right there. And we'll take the other 2. I don't want to make this too long, so, and I don't want to cut as much, so I want to do this as quick and easy and fast as possible. So what we're going to do, alright, so that's recorded and on my audio. Let's hear the snap. So every time I hear action, you want to be able to hear that clap. On that clap, when I'm videotaping or being recorded, recording me while I'm doing my podcast, when I'm saying 3, 2, 1, action, you hear that clap. When you hear that clap, that also you'll be hearing it, that's recorded on the audio, which is on the Tuscany Zoom 500 right here. H4 and Pro Zoom recorder. Okay, so it's recording my audio. Alright. I've been doing this for so long, for so many years, that this is how we do it, and I'm trying to do it a quick and easy way while using this type of equipment. But there's other people that do theirs a little bit different, but to each his own. Everybody has their own way of doing it, and find what best suits for you. Right now, I've been doing this for so long, so I just know how it works. Alright, so let's just erase that for a second. Actually, we'll put that at the end. Alright, so that's the ending. And we'll just take that away for right now, because we don't need that. And, yeah, so let's take that out. Sync the footage here, and let's hear what the footage says. Let's elongate that on the timeline. Listen to the clap while it was recording. Let's hear that.
Alright, thanks for joining me today, ladies and gentlemen. We are going
to start again. Alright, see that? There's that clap. Okay, for those of you who are editors or filmmakers, know what I'm talking about. But for those of you who are just starting out and want to learn how to edit and become good at it, a simple way is just hear the clap, alright? So as you hear that clap, you see my hands right here clapping. Wait, see that right there? There, that's the clap right there. And just take the line that's going up and down, vertical, and press M on your keyboard and put it mark. So it's marked as clap. You could just click that purple and just mark it clap. Clap 1. Right? So, and then bring that down. That's already your marks that you can have your audio and video sync. Now let's try this one. Now we're going to the audio. Audio on, video on, action. Alright, so there's the clap right there. Boom, boom, boom. So for those of you who are going to become good editors, or there's a lot of good audio editors out there, but everybody has their own technique. If you are an editor, I've been editing for so long that this is just how I work. Okay, there. So I'm gonna bring the volume up on the audio, on the video footage, to see if it's sync, and you can see the waves and line. You can see that one's it's not identical, but it's very close. So this is how you want to check it out. If you hear an echo, that means you're up at maybe minutes of a second, but let's check it out. Alright, thanks for joining me today, dear ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to talk about many packets. See, that's a little bit of an echo. If you want to hear a little bit even more of an echo, check this out. Alright, thanks for joining me today, dear ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to see that's quite the echo right there. So let's go back to the marker and you'll see the line, how it's in line from the video, the audio and the video. The audio and the tap right there, and there is the audio. So just bring it back as close as possible, and you should have a perfect sync. Alright, we'll bring that out and see if it's not any what do you call it, echoing. Alright, thanks for joining me today, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to talk about Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. See, that is a perfect sync. So now let's just bring down the audio footage on the video. So we'll do the other one as well too in part 2. So that's already synced up. Now we're in part 2 footage because I filmed 1 and part 2. Okay. Put this back and hold on a second. Put that there so that's the end. We'll do exactly the same thing. Try to find the clap as well too. So we're gonna continue on from my piss break. So the magical of editing. So anyway, so let's proceed on for the next 15 minutes of this interview. Inside the ring. Okay, so I didn't hear the clap. I didn't clap it now. I must have. Part 2 of Manny Pacquiao reveals who wins. Okay, so I'll go. Who wins? Since there isn't a clap, I'm probably missed my mark on the clap there. So I'll go. Part 2. Part 2. So I say part 2. So I'll mark part 2 right there on the video footage. Okay. Oops. Let's get that one up. Off by that much, and then mark that. So it says 2. Alright, so then we'll go to the second footage. Alright, bring that log it for just a tiny bit and try to find part 2 on my audio. Audio on, video on, action. Okay, part 2. There you go, part 2. Because I missed that mark of the clap, probably forgot I recorded it late or something like that. Usually it happens, but on action. Okay, part 2. Part 2 is right there. Just mark that. Okay, so we'll keep that mark. Shorten that one a little bit and try to align it with the 2 markers on the audio and the video. This is the best bet. And let's see if you hear an echo. You can see by the lines, the video footage and the audio footage, a separate one, You can tell it's very, very close. See if you hear an echo.
Okay, part 2 of Mini Packet reveals who wins Crawford versus.
So that was a perfect match. Okay, so if I give it just a tad and see how it goes.
Prime Mayweather on that. So we're gonna continue on from my piss break. So the magical.
Inside the ring, Max.
See, that was the echo, right?
Inside the ring, Max.
So that's an echo. So you want to lessen the echo as possible. And go back to the footage. Align the two markers as close as possible, and then we'll hear it again.
Mini Packet reveals who wins Prime Mayweather on Netflix. So we're gonna continue on from.
Okay, see, that was an echo. So let's try from another line. Just stretch it out a tiny bit so you gotta have a perfect and elongate it so you have a good perfect line. Alright, so we'll go with this mark right here if you want to really get an exact so you won't screw up. Check this out.
Prime Mayweather on Prime Mayweather on Netflix. So we're gonna continue on from my piss break.
There you go.
So the magical of editing. So anyway, so
magical
let's
of editing. So that right there is a perfect line when it comes to audio and syncing your video and audio footage.
Okay, part 2 of Mini Packet reveals who wins Crawford versus.
Okay, so that was perfect. All right, so now we got a perfect sync on the audio.
Okay, part 2 of Mini Packet. Okay, part
2. So we'll just click that one and just cut that one.
Okay,
out.
part 2 of Mini Packet. Okay, part 2 of Mini Packet reveals who wins Crawford versus Prime Mayweather on Netflix. So we're gonna continue on.
I'm gonna go right here.
So
I'll go like this.
okay, part 2 of Mini Packet reveals who wins.
Okay, so let's go like that because I did go on my piss break.
Okay, part 2.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go here. And that's probably why I screwed up on that one. That's all good.
Okay. Action. Okay, part.
Okay, let's go right here and just cut it from here.
Okay.
Alright, just take the scissors and cut that out. Bring that in.
Mayweather.
And
Everyone.
okay, bring this up to like 7. This is a good mark.
We got you. Your guy's not here to help you. We got you all organized. Close the doors. War with Manny Pacquiao. This is inside the ring.
Okay, I'm gonna pause that.
Okay.
War with Manny Pacquiao. This is inside the ring.
Okay, I'm gonna pause that. Go to the bathroom. So hold on.
So I'll cut it right there.
Go to the bathroom. So hold on. 1 second.
Alright, so I want to keep that way because I want to be authentic. I don't want to cut too much because you kind of like lose the realism of damn it. So if you accidentally do that, accidentally screw up on deleting the audio file, just go up to edit and just go undo delete and you'll go right back. So what you want to do, so you want to do it again, so you won't delete it. Just take the audio footage, the separate audio footage, and move it just back a tiny bit, and just click on the footage you want to delete, and just press delete, and to bring it back in line with the scrimmer.
Go to the bathroom. So hold on 1 second. 2 Mini Packet.
Okay, so go.
Okay, I'm gonna pause that. Go to the bathroom. So hold on 1 second.
Okay, so that's the bathroom break, and then I'll just put a transition, which will this will be good. Whatever transition you want, it's up to you. There's no way unless whatever your boss wants, let's just say your client wants. It's up to you. It's your preference. You're the editor. You're the one that sets the mood or the standards of how it wants to look on your video or podcast.
Right, guys, we have more. Jazz, thank you for your time because coming up, Manny, you're sticking around. We got you. Your guy's not here to help you. We got you all organized. Close the doors. War with Manny Pacquiao. This is inside the ring.
Okay, I'm gonna pause that. Go to the bathroom. So hold on 1 second. 2 Mini Packet reveals who wins Crawford.
Now that was the cut right there. So that's all right. Like I said, nothing's perfect, and I don't want to make it too perfect because then I'll be here editing for days. I want to make it quick and simple for you to understand, For those of you who are just starting out or just almost a little bit, want to know a little bit how the style, how I want to do it, how to edit. Same goes for making music as well too, or making beats. Same thing, you know what I mean?
This is inside the ring.
Okay, I'm gonna pause that and go to the bathroom, so hold on 1 second. 2, a mini packet reveals who wins.
There you go. Okay, that was a perfect cut. Let's leave that there. Yeah, so.
Your guy's not here to help you. We got you all ourselves. Close the doors. War with Manny Pacquiao. This is inside the ring.
Okay, so let's. There's a little bit of a little gap right there. So I'll do just a tiny bit.
We got you all ourselves. Close the doors. War with Manny Pacquiao. This is inside the ring.
Okay, I'm gonna pause that and go to the bathroom, so. 2, a mini packet.
Okay, so that was right there. Let's elongate that just a tiny bit. You hear that little cracking and a little bit of space? There's something in there that just... Yeah, let's just bring that a little bit and just try to elongate it so that you could have a perfect line.
The bathroom, so hold on 1 second. 2, a mini packet.
There you go. So you got a perfect line right there, okay? So let's bring that in just a tiny bit and we got that start.
Alright, thanks for joining me today, dear ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to talk about Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather boxing match part 2. You remember about
Okay, that was good.
10 years to pinpoint a new, what is it?
Listen, I'm
So,
for the fight. Honest, you just think Inoue has the right styles.
okay, so that was that's a perfect, that's what you call a perfect line, a perfect edit right there. Perfect sync. There we go. So I'll just take the end of the button, subscribe. So don't forget to subscribe, guys, okay? Because I'm doing this for you and it's free. You don't have to pay for it.
And,
You know what I mean?
and Floyd Mayweather. That's my piece on
Okay, like how we did it already, so.
next video. Boom.
Okay, so that boom right there, let's take that boom and just cut it. Alright, you could either bring it in like this, or take the scissor on B for blade on your keyboard, click it, click the top on the footage and also on the audio, and then bring back, and then press delete.
The next video. Boom.
There you go, there's that boom explosion, boom. So let's give it a nice, let's find that explosion. Oops, let's do it right here. Just take the 360 boom, bring it back to the footage on a line, or you can double click it. That's up to you, your preference. Looks like you're the DJ, I mean you're the editor, so you set the standards of what goes.
A video. Boom.
Excuse me.
Video.
Horrible, my nasal passages suck.
Video. Boom.
There.
Boom. Boom.
Okay, boom. So if you really want to make it a stand out or have that nice effect, just go to sound effects on the top left of Final Cut Pro and just punch in explosions. Okay, explosions. See? Okay, that's extensive. Alright, let's go with that one. Alright, so let's hear that. Alright.
A video.
There's the little tag, just off by hundredths of a second.
A video. Boom.
Yeah, give me 1 second about what?
Because mother also wants you to get. You remember the yams that you bought a few days ago?
Yeah.
She wants you to help her.
Yeah. In about what? 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, about 15 minutes.
Okay, hold on.
I'll tell Mom.
Wait.
Yeah.
Video. Boom. Video. Boom. video. Boom.
So that's perfect right there. I don't want to go too crazy on the effects. Let's just keep it the way it is right now. Let's see how it sounds like. See what it looks like. Let's close that transition. Bring it back. And then go to... And then bring it just a tad. Alright, so that was the audio effect that I put on there. Just to give it more lively. So let's try that here.
Alright, thanks for joining me today.
Okay, so that clap there, that was perfect. So let's just delete that clap part right here. Okay, so let's just take that. Just take the blade and cut that there. And then delete that there. Oops. If that happens to you again, go up to edit, undo delete. Like I showed you last time, delete the footage and then bring back the audio so that it's completely synced.
Alright, thanks for...
Okay, this is on 7, which is a good number.
Alright, thanks for joining me today, there, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so that was good, that's good.
Looking to enter a proper part. You want to be good part. Like, guys, we have more.
To a mini packet review.
That's good. There we go. Okay, so there's one thing that I don't like is when I video screen record it right there, I don't like the scene. I want it just completely, no border, just completely where framed right where the edges are where I recorded. Okay, so what we do is just click on the footage, click on the transform, grab it here. You can either go like that, elongate it, all right, which is not a problem. It's whatever suits. But what we're gonna do is we're going to just take this end right here, see with my arrow, and just bring it back out so that it's perfectly clicked, framed right there. So that's perfectly framed in the first one. All right. So leave it that. Okay, with one right here, this is the one that's a little bit off. Alright. Okay, so this is a little bit off, so we'll go here. Yeah, that was my brother anyway, so I was doing cutting, so I gotta help my mom. It's all good, so we'll just cut that here. Bring that footage and then bring that back to transition, and then bring it just a tad like that. There you go. See, there you go. Now you got the perfectly frame. Alright, so there. Looks good. Same goes for this one too, for part 2. So we'll just take that transition, bring that up, take your mouse and just bring it back like that. Hold on a second. Bring that there just a tad. Just move it around a little bit, you know, like fiddle with it and fool around what suits for you, what you like or the client likes, whatever. Well, you know, he thinks that's going to look good for the client and what have you. You know what I'm saying? So just, there we go. There you go. Just another slight. And then, there you go. Then you got a perfect frame right there. And that's what I want right there. Easy peasy. Nothing hard, nothing. Just a little, maybe a little tiny bit. There you go. There. So now we're set. So now we're set to render. Let's set this render. So that just double click on the top of that right there. And then check out the rendering. Click on that little arrow. And now it's rendering the background and also the thumbnail. So let that render. And then we're gonna download it and it's set, ready to go for making for a DIY how to make a how to make a podcast on how to cut and edit on a how to cut and edit your podcast on Final Cut Pro. Boom. Tongue twister right there. But yeah, that's now we're just waiting for it to render. I don't want to go over 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is just let that render. So it's rendering right now, right here. Let that render. And then I will get back to you, which is going to take quite a bit of while because the footage is big and it's long and it's going to take a while for it to compress and everything click together. So as you can see, the markers right here, the white markers, the white dots, you're only at like 5%. So with the magic of editing, I'm going to do that in a bit and I'll come back in about 30 minutes and then I'll finish the editing and then it'll be ready to go and post for tomorrow's every Thursday or Friday. Okay guys, I'll be back. On part 2, action. Alright, so yeah, we're finishing it. It just finished rendering. I had to redo the scheduling because it actually stopped on me. I don't know why it did that. It rarely does that. But anyway, there's the beginning.
Alright, thanks for joining me today,
There we go.
ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to talk about Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather boxing match.
Okay, so that's the beginning of the podcast, Manny Pacquiao reaction to Floyd Mayweather and his way of trying to scam his way out of the fight with Manny Pacquiao, part 2. So anyway, it sounds good.
You're going to lose everything.
Audio sounds good. That was at 7 decibels. And everything looks A-O.
But he did sign a contract. When you sign that contract and put that name on a dotted line, you better fulfill that contract there, buddy boy. And
Yeah,
the whole
so-
world wants to see. Even though he's a little bit older, you both are a little older. Hey, man, you're talking about $1 billion, man. When you get that $1 billion, even if you lose that O, you get yourself out of debt and then still call yourself a champion.
Yeah.
Paper
Yep,
champion.
champion.
Anyway, but go for Manny Pacquiao, and hopefully it will preside in the Netflix. I think 2027 or something like that. They are pretty old in boxing terms, anyway. So we'll see what happens to that. Good luck to this boxing match, part 2 with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. That's my piece on this segment on Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather. Bye for now. God bless. God peace. See you in the next video. Boom.
Alright, so there you have it. I'll have that posted soon on my channel. So thanks for watching for how to build a I've totally lost my words right now, sorry. How to edit, yeah, sorry. Whew. How to edit a podcast on Final Cut Pro. There you go. See you in the next video.